today on 15 on 15.
The timeshare industry on the island is still holding up strong. We speak with the president of ATSA. Plus, divorce rates have dropped in the U.S. Find out the reason why married couples are making it. And hotel guests of Tropicana can soon experience their upgraded casino and restaurant. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. We caught up with the president of the Aruba Timeshare Association to find out how the sector is holding up. According to the president of ATSA, the timeshare industry is going well. Aruba remains one of the most in-demand destinations when it comes to timeshare. The sector offering owners flexibility with their weeks help, especially during volatile times.
I'm happy to report that the timeshare industry is doing very well, as usual. We are looking for good occupancies. And the beauty about the timeshare industry, as you probably know, is that our members who may not be able to make it, we enjoy them exchanging and other people coming to the island. We are still very popular as a destination, still one of the most popular, if not the most popular destination in the Caribbean. So occupancy is not an issue at this point with the timeshares, thankfully.
Mr. Osborne says the occupancy remains high. However, stakeholders did see spending this year drop.
2014 was a little bit challenging for a number of reasons. Not occupancy-wise, but the spending wasn't there, as like most other hotels, are also affected by the discretionary spending. So restaurants weren't doing so well, maybe rental cars weren't doing so well, although the occupancy was holding.
Despite the decrease in expenditure from timeshare owners, the industry is still investing in various areas in order to improve the sector.
A lot of opportunities for refurbishing were taken by the timeshares to keep our product nice and fresh. And just training for people, getting courses in, doing things like health issues, by CPR courses and those kind of things to keep us current with what's happening. So overall, it was an interesting year. It was challenging in some spots, but interesting. It was very good.
It's good to see one of Aruba's valued economic pillar is still going strong despite a few bumps. And moving forward, have you purchased your Christmas tree yet? If not, you may want to hurry. Within the last few years, Christmas trees have always been completely sold out on the island. Although there are more for sale this year, wholesalers don't believe there's enough to serve the entire island.
Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging.
What's the holidays without a Christmas tree? Last year, Christmas trees ran out before everyone who needed one on the island got one. 24 containers filled with trees in total have been brought to the island. This is just 2 more containers than last year. Wholesalers don't believe this is enough. It is advised for customers to not procrastinate and plan early, because once the trees are sold out, there is no way of shipping in more. 1 container is estimated to cost 45,000 florins, which explains why Christmas trees on the island are so expensive. But there are different sizes to choose from. Christmas trees went on sale November 29th this year, which is earlier than previous years. Since they started early, they are expected to end the sale earlier as well. Now, if you're wondering what I'm holding, speaking of doing things early, I want to advise all 15 on 15 viewers to pay for their 2015 license plate now. I paid for my license plate last week at the tax office and picked the plates up this morning, and the process took less than 5 minutes. See, here they are. For the license plates 2015, they are blue. There was absolutely no line when I went. Last year, I procrastinated and did this when the new year opened, and I stood in line for 2.5 hours and still didn't get it because I had to come to work. So a nice lady behind me said she'd pick them up for me. On that note, we will be right back. Stay with us.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Psy's Gangnam Style video reached quite the milestone online. Find out what it is next.
Gangnam Style.
Thanks for staying tuned to 15 on 15. People are getting divorced a lot less often than they used to, and the reason may surprise you. Despite the fact that all anyone seems to talk about is the crazy high divorce rate, marriages in America are actually stronger than they've been in a long time. According to an economist, about 70% of marriages that began in the 1990s reached their 15th anniversary, which is up from 65% in the 1970s and 1980s. Divorce rates from marriages that began in the 2000s are even lower. Researchers seem to think married couples are staying together longer due to later in life marriages, birth control, and changing gender roles. Marriage therapists says that 2/3 of divorces are initiated by women. This means that women's expectations of marriage have likely changed and they are less likely to be unhappy in them. So think about it, this makes sense. In the 50s and 60s, women married men because they needed breadwinners. But now, with most women in the workforce and in charge of their own reproduction, marriage is more likely to be based on love and passion and are more likely to feature two incomes and both parties contributing to the housework. Speaking of marriages, before a couple gets there, normally the guy has to ask first. Exactly how nerve-wracking is this moment for a man? Well, one guy tracked it all down. One brave man charted just how fast his heart was racing when he proposed to his girlfriend. A guy proposed to his girlfriend at the Colosseum in Rome, and he tracked his heartbeat the entire time for science. For reference, he says his resting heart rate is about 60 beats per minute, and the whole thing took about 40 minutes. It is cute to see his heart is already beating faster when he enters the Colosseum. He really hits his peak as he speaks during the proposal, and of course spikes again when she says yes. The guy referred to the yes moment as the peak of happiness. Very cute. Turning the page over to a completely different lifestyle topic. So Kim Kardashian took these naked photos hoping to break the internet. Well, she didn't. But something else that went viral online did pretty much break YouTube. Can you guess what it is?
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Oh yes, believe it or not, Psy's Gangnam Style video legitimately broke YouTube. The music video from 2012 is far and away the most viewed video in the history of the video site. It has been viewed so many times, in fact, that YouTube's view counter couldn't count any higher. Once the video passed 2,147,483,647 views, it violated a computer protocol, as the counter wasn't built to display more than a 32-bit integer. According to a blog post by YouTube, it says, "We never thought a video would be watched in numbers greater than a 32-bit integer, but that was before we met Psy. Gangnam Style has been viewed so many times, YouTube has had to upgrade."
Oppan Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style.
Amazingly, Gangnam Style is still going strong. It's had over 5 million views since the counter broke, believe it or not. Let's take a break. This is what's coming up next. Coming up, we take you inside of the Tropicana casino and restaurant renovation. The Trop Club and Casino is undergoing a complete makeover. The estimated $1 million investment on the Tropicana Casino is said to offer players state-of-the-art atmosphere. Once the doors are opened, it will transform the way gambling takes place on the island. The construction work for the Tropicana Casino started at the end of October. It is a complete renovation project for the resort's casino, which includes the restaurant. The restaurant will specialize in gourmet burgers, and it will offer guests the most option for draft beers. It is necessary to improve the casino facility in order to enhance the players' and hotel guests' experience.
It was a demand of both. You know, like they needed a more modern. They wanted to see a more modern casino. What we're doing right now, and as well a place where they can place their bet. In this case, with sports betting, we'll be the only place on the island where you can have a sports bar. You can have your dinner, your burger, your beer, and at the same time place your bets in one place under one roof.
The construction work is scheduled to be completed by January 16th, 2015. The Tropicana team is glad to see the renovation take place.
We needed to bring a more modern concept to our property, and the guests itself were asking us for this as well. So they wanted to see the new machines, the latest that's on the market. So putting all together, we said, hey, we have to redo, and not only the casino, but the whole building itself.
Fritz Maduro, the contractor on the job, says the design of the restaurant and casino will put Trop Club and Casino on a different level of playing field.
It's gonna be a real industrial look, which you don't have in any casino right now. Okay, so mostly everything gonna be exposed to the eyes. You're gonna see hollow zinc walls, black ceilings, and with the lighting, it's gonna be a new experience.
Wilfred and Fritz say in order for Tropicana's casino to remain competitive, an upgrade was necessary.
It wasn't really in need of a renovation. To look around, you have other casinos in the area. You want to have a competitive way with the other ones. So the renovation is really an important part for the casino.
Well, if you want to compete, you have to invest. You know, like, and the guests, the local guests and the international guests, they know about the casinos business and all that, so they expect the latest. If you have a casino, they expect the latest brand on your floor.
When the Trop Club and Casino, as well as Double Down Restaurant, opens its doors in mid-January, guests will see new slots, new table games, and a brand new concept. There will be daily specials and live entertainment. That is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back here on Friday night with a brand new edition of 15 on 15, so we will see you then.